Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
So when you watch those shows on HGTV, I love it, by the way. It's exciting. You see people flipping houses or renovating theirs and all the details behind it, but they don't tell you everything. It's TV. They hide some stuff. I've got somebody who's on the job site who's got the insight on not only where she is working on this project, we're going to learn about that one in California, but also how it translates to you when you're working on something, a renovation, who you're hiring, a contractor. She does it all. It's like a one-stop shop with Julie Laughton. She is the contractor, the designer, the builder. It's all of it. And she's back with us. Hey, Julie, how's it going?
It's good, Steve. Nice to see you again.
You too. Nice to see you out in the field once again. And we're Laguna Beach right now.
Laguna Beach, there's Main Beach right behind my head. Mm-hmm.
Super cool. And the project you're at right now is a house, correct?
It's a modern home. It's mostly concrete and it's on Temple Hills Drive. So that's just above the high school in Laguna. And it's basically just to the one block south of downtown. So it's fairly close to the downtown village.
What are you working on there today?
I'm working on a spa room. My client wants an infrared sauna and a plunge tub and a remodel on this spa room. So we're right in the middle of it right now.
Wow. So this room that we're talking about, what was it? Was it a bathroom?
It was like a second, like a little hideaway, second bedroom, possibly bar. It was empty when we got it, when he bought the house, but it had a sink in it. Yep. And cabinets and a room for a bed and a bathroom and a shower.
All right. So we had plumbing. So that was a start. I guess that made life a little bit easier, right?
Yeah, it was easy.
Infrared sauna. Whoa.
Those are nice. And it comes in a big box and we have to assemble it.
So you do some unique stuff, Julie. I got to tell you.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's right. When we did the work for the Disney Imagineer, Tony Baxter, we do very unique and custom stuff, and there is no limit to what we can do. So that's the cool part.
Can we get a shot of the exterior of
this house? Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, you can. I'm going to give you the shot of the main beach while we walk down there.
Wow.
And because I stepped down the street because my guys are there, and I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have any. I'll do a little promo on my truck. F-150, Julie Laughton Custom Homes. It all starts with a good plan. Here's the house. And what it is it's all concrete and stucco. And it's got like a metal roof on it. So it's very modern. And the view from the whole house is this, if you can see.
Wow.
That's the view. And so if I come around here to the front of the house, he's got the palm trees, right, of course. And then we're going to go in the garage real quick here. And I'll show you what the view looks like. But it's over the top, man. The garage is nothing fancy. So hold on a second. But when you get into the living room, here we go. Here we go.
First of all, the door that leads from the garage, I've never seen a door just that nice.
Isn't it nice? I know, right? Look at my kitchen. Look at the kitchen I just finished.
Oh my
God. All
God.
slab, floor to ceiling slab.
Wow.
Look at that slab hood, slab everything.
Interesting that it's dark. It's extremely dark. I've never seen that.
It's black.
Yeah.
And then the table is restoration hardware. And then you have the fireplace. And then you have this beautiful view.
That is just breathtaking.
Look how far the view goes, all the way to Mexico.
And I love the clean look of everything in there. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's what we like. And the other cool part about this house, it's 4 stories. So when you come out the patio, we go over here and we look down to the pool.
Wow. Is that a
infinity pool? And then there's an infinity spa. Here's an infinity spa too.
Oh, that's so nice. Wow.
And the pool goes way back here. Look how long it is. You can see it. The pool's like, 40 feet long. It's pretty cool.
It really is. What the hell am I doing living in New York?
I'm telling you, there's nothing like Laguna. There's nothing like Laguna Beach. I'm telling you,
Oh,
it's amazing.
if you told me that you were live and direct in Barbados right now, I'd be like, oh, wow, nice.
It's kind of like Barbados. I love this living room.
Mm.
And you got this big mirror. I can see myself.
Interesting how we've got the black going on, but we've also got dark wood floors and some other wood treatments.
Lots walnut floors and African mahogany beams. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
And we're in here doing the bathroom repair. So we actually work every day. Look how messy it is.
And this is that the room that you're working on for the
No,
spa?
that's not the spa room. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the bedrooms. We just finished. It's so pretty.
Really
And
nice.
he has guests coming this weekend, so the bedrooms are so nice. But here's the spa room. I'm going to walk down the stairs and show you. You got to go down the side of the building. But you got the spa room is on the side behind the pool. So it's like a little tucked away room. And then going down the steps around the palm trees. But the spa room, what we're going to do is take this infrared sauna, and we're going to install it in the wall. Like we built walls to hold it. See the walls? So we're going to slide it in. Slide it in. So my drywall guy's patching drywall. My electricians are doing more electrical. Yeah, more electrical. And Gilder's here assisting with painting and drywall. And these cabinets are going to be painted black, so they match the cabinets upstairs. And then the plunge pool goes right here. So it's pretty cool.
Is that really what it comes down to, is painting the cabinets? Did they do that upstairs as well?
The cabinets came custom that color, and it's like a melamine that feels like velvet, like moleskin. It's so cool. So no, this is just a quickie remodel in this room. So we're going to paint what's there.
Sure.
But the cool part, here's the pool.
So nice. Wow.
Look at that. And then inside next to the pool is a discotheque, I call it. It's a bar. Oh, this handle kills me. So here's the bar. Look at.
Oh, nice.
Right there, boom. So you're in the bar, and then this door opens too, and you get to jump in the pool.
And you have outside access to the infrared spa room as well.
Yes, and you just run around to the left to the spa, and the plunge pool is in there. You can do all that with the drapes drawn or the door open. And the plunge pool is just like a horse trough where you just, have a hose and drain it. And so it's not a whole lot of plumbing. Those things are really popular right now.
So with everything that you're working on at that project, what have been the major challenges so far for you?
The only challenge is the client wanted to move in faster than we can go. So the only challenge was getting us done in 3 months. And I've never done a job in my history in 3 months. My record is 4 months for a remodel, and did this one in 3. So
Wow.
the point is, I impressed everyone. I also did another one at the same time, which is a 6,000 square foot house in 4 months. So it's been an interesting year. We've killed ourselves, but it's been fun. So I like doing that, but I can't do it every year, every day. But I did it for 2 clients this year, and it was very impressive.
Well, let's go back to what's the slogan on your truck about planning. I'm sure that was so paramount in you getting that done in 3 months.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's all about plan. If you don't have a plan and you don't have everything on the plan, what you need, then you make a checklist, what you're doing. And every morning we have a tailgate, tells us what we're doing. We talk to every single human, and it's all organized. It's no accident what happens, and why it happens. And I'm a little ahead of the game because of it's not because I drink extra coffee, because that's just my personality. I'm very competitive, and I want to get it done. I want to get it done. So no one goes faster than me. That's all I know.
So I want to talk about when somebody's planning a project and they haven't made any phone calls yet, the difference between being the owner and taking care of a lot of that, or just calling a contractor and letting them do it. Let's look at both.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are an owner builder and you decide to micromanage or run your own job because you think you'll save money, I can guarantee you, or I can bet you $1,000 right now that you will not, because you don't have the same knowledge or the contacts as the contractor. So it's one or the other. Hey, you might have the contacts, but your contacts to the subs aren't the same as the licensed contractor because we work different together. So all the subs you're going to hire are going to charge you like the owner. They charge us like the contractor because they know they're dealing with someone that doesn't know what they're doing. It's going to change their mind because they don't have plans, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to get ripped off on the charges because they're dealing with an amateur. Homeowners are amateurs. They're wonderful people, but and they're our clients, but they need to be helped and coached to get things done. And we have a team, like I have an army that I just push a button, the phone, and I can get something done immediately. There's nobody asks questions of me and says, hey, and has questions because they already know the plan. We already worked it out. They already know what we're doing. So they just need to show up.
I think the main reason that somebody tries to take on the project themselves and micromanage is that they, unless they're control freaks, maybe that's, part of it, but thinking that they're going to save a lot of money. Is that really the case if you can pull it off?
You never save money if you're taking your own time. So if you're cleaning your toilets, doing your laundry, washing your car, changing the oil, painting your house, if you actually want to save money, you'd have to do everything. So you don't save money running the job. You really don't, because it's your personal time, and the lack of knowledge combined always leads to disaster, because when you become the owner builder and act like the contractor, everybody's going to ask you questions. And if you answer one question wrong, it's a ripple effect to the rest of the project. And it's just a nightmare because the homeowner doesn't know as much as we know. And trust me, the ripple effects are painful financially of the consequences, because the subs and the vendors and everybody will talk you into something more expensive on purpose almost. It's funny.
Oh, yeah. Well, once they smell what they're dealing with, and i.e. somebody that really doesn't know what they're doing, it's like, oh, we've got one here. Okay. All right. Well,
yeah. And they're going to talk you into your heart. Like, you should have this because it's better for you. Even though it costs more, you're going to like this better. But there's different logic to everything, and why you should do things and what should cost more and shouldn't. So it's a whole thing. It's like 1,000 decisions. And I've never met someone that can do it. There are some homeowners that actually are project managers that are in construction. That's different. But
sure.
The typical Joe, the typical lady, no, bad idea. Controlling it causes chaos.
Wow. What's your favorite type of project? You're there today, Laguna Beach. How bad could that be? Well, you personally, what do you like working on?
I like to work on houses where no one lives here, because when they live here, we have to be present and be very, very conscientious and extra cleaning and work around their actual schedule. Because when someone lives in the house I work in, I actually don't want their day interrupted. Like, I want to know what time they get up and they're comfortable leaving, so we don't come too early. I want to know when they're coming home, so we're out of here. I don't want to disrupt them. And so it's a lot more work to work in the house when they live here, and try to be gentle about our presence. So I like to work on full scale remodels, of course, where everybody's living in another house and we could just go balls out and get done, and not be interrupted. So, but these are fun too, but it just takes more time.
Sure. And I'm sure there's many times where people come up to you and say, I can answer your question. How are you going to do that? And
Yeah.
Not that you don't want to reassure them. They have you. They already know what they're getting. But yeah, those questions come up, and it's like I get it. I was that guy, and I didn't run my own project. I did a backyard renovation where I kept tabs on things, but I can't.
It's better to check in, because my other thing with clients is when we're doing construction, because I can kind of tell they don't pay attention during the plans process, because a lot of people can't see 2D paper. They can't see what it looks like. So I do a lot of 3D renderings, but it's still a weird thing where they finally see it starting to be built, and well, now I get it. And can I do this? Can I do that? And I quietly, gently tell them, that's 20,000, that's 30,000, that's 50,000. But I just throw out the number, and then they stop asking. So, and then I tell them whether it's a good idea or not. But if I first throw out the number,
is that to deflect them away? Like, let's be real.
Because when all clients have a budget, and they tell me the budget, and then as soon as they start asking for more after they've screamed about their budget, I'm like, yeah, right. That's 20,000. That's 50,000. What do you think? No, I tell them the consequences of that change first financially, but if they really want it, then we work it out. But if the job is rolling after permit and we're done with demo and oh my God, then it makes me nervous to start making changes because we can't even control the cost because it is a ripple effect. It affects every sub and every person on the job. So
Well,
it's scary.
We watch those shows on HGTV, and a lot of times it's for drama. I'm going to just preface this by saying that.
They got to have drama.
Do you have those situations where, well, Mr. Jones, we just figured out that this is going to cost you an extra $23,000. Does that happen often or rarely or what?
It happens a lot, but we tell them in advance.
Okay.
So because the good news is when the client asks for change orders, we see it coming and then we can go get the cost and tell them. But the sad part is when we do a demo of someone's house and there's a surprise behind the wall that no one figured out or guessed would be there, because that's not our job. We don't have X-ray vision, but that's when it's scary when we find something like, oh, darn it. And then we have to tell them, oh, that's $75,000 to fix that crack in your slab we couldn't see from, before. So there has been situations where I've had to fix stuff after demo, which are called unknowns. And that's no fun to tell them, but they, when you explain it right, they understand.
Hey, you never know what you're going to find. You just brought back a memory, Julie. I moved into my last house, since sold it, looking for another one right now. And we were going to change up the deck, and there's 3 footings on the deck that went into planters. So had a big July 4th party, tons of people on the deck. It was all good. Now it came time to put in new footings and change up the deck, doing tracks, and actually took a lot of the deck away. The previous owner of the house was a contractor, and he just went, blank to the wall and just overdid it. And when we opened up the planter boxes, we realized that the footers, wood, by the way, had deteriorated inside the planter boxes. Bad idea, to the point where one of them was pretty much gone and the others were toothpicks. So
that's scary.
It's a miracle that the deck didn't fall down. But here's the weird part. I'm not super religious, but as we broke open one of the planter boxes with the toothpick hanging, holding the deck up, a statue of Jesus came rolling out.
He was protecting you.
Maybe, because it's logically, how did the deck not fall down? And the reason I'm bringing this up is you never know what you're going to find in terms of, who would have ever thought that, how fast could it have deteriorated in the planter box in the dirt, but yeah.
You can't guess or assume because what if something horrible happens, then you're liable. So we can't guess. We got to go in there and figure it out and look at it, because we can't even stand behind it or do any work on the darn thing until we figure out if it's stable. So yeah.
What's the last time that came up where let's go with the lands. The last time that came up where there was an issue, what was the issue? When, let's say, permits were getting.
It's the house I'm doing right here. I'll show you. There's a house right here at the bottom of the football field. You can see the blue. You can see the blue porta pots. That house was built in 1930, and I went in there to remodel. And after demo, we found a crack. We saw a crack in the foundation outside, so we thought, okay, we'll address it. I'll just fill it with caulk or do a seam. No big deal. But when we got inside, that crack was associated with an entire wall, 8 feet long and 8 feet tall, that was cracked in 3 places horizontally, which is holding all the dirt up from the living room on the downside hill part. So I just thought, I can't go with this. I can't just cover it up or not address this. So I spent 3 months with rebar and a new 10-inch concrete wall and a 4-foot by 5-foot footing holding up that wall, and $75,000 later. And it was just like shit. But, I couldn't live with myself if I didn't do it. And we were on a budget. So it was a tough one because it's a remodel they didn't expect to do. But I just couldn't not do it. So we did it. Delayed us 3 months. But now the house is bulletproof and good to go for 100 more years.
Now that's from the 1930s. The house that you're at right now.
This one is built in 2005.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's 5 stories because you got the living room, the bedroom, and the movie theater and the bar and the disco. And then you got the downstairs ADU, which is another 2-car garage and an ADU. That's where the plumber's walking out of right now. So anyway, that's
EDU. I want to make sure I got that stands for.
accessory dwelling unit. So there's a bedroom and a kitchenette and a laundry, like a place you could live, like another apartment home above the garage, and they call it an accessory dwelling unit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's
Mhm.
it's a little bit separated from the rest of the structure.
There's a garage in the front of this house where I walked through. And then this is a second 2-car garage down here with a ADU bedroom above it. So the bedroom's 400 square feet because it's above the garage. So anyways, and he has 4-car garage for this house, and it's street to street. So it's Temple Hills to Crest Street, I believe it is. But see the street down there?
Gotcha.
It's street to street lot, 5 levels.
Is that your style?
I am a 1930s 28 Hollywood glamour, which is Art Deco modern style. I like modern and extremely clean, modern and dark colors. So this one I love. I'm not into the totally concrete, like almost brutalist style, which is too like a prison cell. But I am into organic and warm colors, and I like clean lines, and because clean, like we were talking last time, no clutter. I like clean. So that is, I like this one because I like the dark colors.
Yeah, I never thought I would, but looking at that kitchen, that's like, it's striking. It's like
striking. You should see what we did in the master bath, and that's 10-foot slabs wall to wall in the room. So the whole room's a wet room. It's pretty fascinating.
I love your passion. Like, you get jacked up and psyched when you talk about projects.
Yes, because I love design and I actually like helping people. So I actually like getting things done for people. I don't know what it is because I don't do this for me or the money. I mean, I have to make a living because I have so many employees, but I actually do it because I enjoy the process. I like helping people and I like creating things and building things. Like, I like that process.
Well, the exciting thing is you've been doing this for quite some time and you have the vision. So you correct me if I'm wrong, but do you see it done before it's even done?
Oh yeah, I see it when I walk in the door the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Color.
I do marketing and graphics and a lot of that stuff. And when I tell you that it can be done because I've already seen it, then I know. Like, you just see the end result, the vision of what it's going to be. And I guess the biggest challenge is making sure your vision is the same one that the homeowner has.
Well, that's just it. This morning I was changing the color of the front door on the job that's down the hill there. And the homeowner is telling me what she wants, and we're going through this process, and I can see it faster than she can. But then it finally locked. I go, I get it. So I said, well, let's step back a minute, and I'm going to show you that I agree with what you want, but it has to be this way. And it took me like 15 minutes, but we got it. But I had to get that because I got locked into it like in 2 seconds. And I said, no, this is what we need to do because we're painting the door and we have to paint the trim and it's a different color. But it took like 15 minutes, but we agreed finally because I could see it. And when I see it, it's like sings, it's like the good designs just come to me. It's weird. And then I give it to the client. So it's fun.
Sort of like the sun comes out and it's like,
Exactly. You get it sings, and the right paint colors like sing. It's weird.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Even walking into that kitchen, like it was like music being played, looking at how rich and beautiful it was. And if you described it to me, and you're great at describing things, I don't know that I would have really appreciated it the same way.
Oh no, you can't. No, that stone is powerful. Powerful.
Wow.
It's insane.
I want to get your website out there for everybody, and we'll put it on the screen here too. How do we find you?
My website is so easy. It's just my name, julielaughton.com.
Laughton is spelled?
Laughton.
Always great talking with you. I love when I get you on a project and I didn't think we were going to go inside and see every room. We didn't lose any cell connection or anything like that. So that was super cool. Really was.
We'll do that. We could do that on the next one. I'll just make sure I'm at a job.
Final question. What's the value of that home?
It's 11.5 million, I believe. Yep.
Wow. And weather.
We're gonna,
well, weather today there. I know it's been a little warm in the past couple of weeks.
This is weird. We had some really cool weather at the beginning of the week, but if you look south to Mexico, It just kind of blew over, but there's a hurricane in Mexico. So we had a little sprinkle of rain from that, which is left over from the hurricane, but we got extra salty, humid weather this week because there's a hurricane in Mexico. But we're heading into beautiful August and September weather right now, but this is just a little glitch, and it'll be done in a couple days.
How bad could it be?
They're not bad.
Not at all.
Got a cool breeze. I can feel the cool breeze on my hair, even though the sun's hot, but it's nice. And you can't beat this. I mean, come on.
Seriously. My dream is to live in the Caribbean, but now being up
there
there,
you go. That's why you love this.
that's why oh my gosh, I'm looking at that like, where did that come from? Why
It's
am I in New York?
Laguna. That's Laguna. It's amazing. Laguna is just, I mean, this little basin bowl is like Hawaii or the Caribbean. It's all the same.
Beautiful.
All the
Julie,
south of France.
fantastic talking with you. Thanks for showing everything and giving us the insight, and we'll catch up next time.
Thanks, Steve. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Take care.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.